Hello students of class 11, welcome back once again to your biology class. So in our last class we have been learning the chapter of biological classification, the fungi portion. Today also we will continue with the same portion. So today we will know about the classification of fungi. So first, the class of fungi which is to be learned. First class is Oomycetes. Here you have to know the characteristic features and the economic importance of each class. Okay. Now Oomycetes, what are the characteristics features? These fungi have cenocytic mycelia. Cenocytic means multinucleate and aseptate mycelia. And the cell wall, what it is made up of? It is made up of chitin, and in some other cases also it is made up of cellulose and other glucans. These are parasites, and wherefrom they derive their nutrition from the host with the help of haustoria. Here another characteristics is the asexual reproduction, how it is done by the formation of zoospore in aquatic forms, and in terrestrial form this is done by Conidiosporangia. Now zoospores, these are uniflagellate. Uniflagellate means they are having only one type of flagella. Understood? Now apart from that, there are many other characteristics which is found in these type of organism. The sexual reproduction, how it is done? It is done by gametangia. And the product, what is that? The product is oospores. Oospores, what it is happening? It is germinating with meiosis and they are forming biflagellate zoospores, or these are helping in directly infection of the host. Now you have to give the economic importance, 2 to 3 economic importance you have to know from each class. Now this type of organism, they are causing the damping of the mustard, tomato, chili, etc. These are causing the white rust in crucifers. Mildew disease in cereals also is done by this organism. And the lead blight of potato is another example. Mildew of grapes, this is another disease which is caused. Next class is the Zygomycetes or the conjugation fungi. From here I said you have to know the characteristic features and the examples of each type of class. Zygomycetes, what are the characteristics? The members of this class are obligate saprotroph, and this mycelium is cenocytic, means septa may appear in the old mycelium or they may be formed by reproductive structures to separate the sporangia. Cell wall or hyphal wall is made up of chitin. Asexual reproduction is by formation of sporangiospores or aplanospores. And most of the haploid nuclei of the promycelium, they are entering into the germ sporangium and they are forming the germ spore. What is the economic importance? Importance means these are not basically important. They are helping, they are not basically helping, they are causing the damage of the food and the crops. But this example, you have to give few names like rhizopus or the bread mold. What it is doing? It is causing spoilage of the organic food materials like breads, food. Mucor, it is also spoiling the organic food substances. Pilobolus, what it is doing? It is living in the dung of animals. Okay. Next class is class Ascomycetes or sac fungi. Now what are the characteristics? The vegetative mycelium of this Ascomycetes class, it consists of septate hypha. The mycelium is absent in yeast and it is unicellular and uninucleate, but it produces temporary chain of cells to form pseudomycelium by budding during the favorable seasons. Vegetative reproduction, how it is done? By budding and by fission. Okay, in yeast by fragmentation and formation of oidia in the mycelial forms. This is the characteristic feature. And apart from that, asexual reproduction, it is done by means of conidia. Three types of ascocarp are present: Apotheca, Clesytotheca and Peritheca. Although you don't need all these in details now. Now what is the economic importance? The Saccharomyces cerevisiae, or we can say as the baker's yeast, it is used in breweries for fermentation. In bakery it is used for leavening the bread. For leavening means for puffing of the bread. Okay. Then Microsporum, it is causing ringworm. Penicillium notatum, it is employed for the production of antibiotics or for the production of penicillium. Okay. Then athlete's foot disease is caused by trichophyton. And apart from that, different types of gallic acid also are produced by this organism. Next class is Basidiomycetes or the club fungi. Now what are the characteristic features? These include all the saprotrophs, the parasites, predators, symbionts. The life cycle shows three types of mycelia, and the primary mycelium is produced by the germination of basidiospores. They are haploid, monokaryotic, septate and multicellular. Okay, and secondary mycelium and tertiary mycelium are also formed, which is helping in the production of the next basidia or the basidiospores. Next class is the Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes is also known as fungi imperfecti. This is artificial group or artificial class of this fungi in which the sexual reproduction is either absent or these are not known yet. The mycelium, how it is a septate. There are simple pores which are multinucleate, means the cells are multinucleate. Vegetative reproduction occurs by Oidia and Chlamydospores, and asexual reproduction occurs by Conidia. It is believed that the members of this class are the imperfect or asexual stages of certain Ascomycetes. So the name fungi imperfecti. Now what are the economic importance? Early blight of potato disease is caused. Blast of paddy, leaf spot disease of rice, then red rot of sugarcane. These are the diseases which is caused by this type of fungi imperfecti. Now where are basically two types of origin of fungi has been made into. First is prophylactic origin, next is the monophyletic origin. So according to the prophylactic origin, the fungi have originated from various groups of algae by attaining the saprobic or parasitic mode of life. It was believed that when the earth was completely covered with water, the algae appeared and some of them migrated to the land when water receded. So in this way the origin of fungi has been thought to emerge. Another is the monophyletic origin. According to this monophyletic origin, the fungi arose independently at different periods of time and not from algae. This prophylactic origin is supported to be the obvious differences between algae and fungi, because these have made the difference between the algae and fungi. Next is the lichens. What are the lichens? Lichens are the composite organisms which consist of an alga and a fungus. The algal partner is called phycobiont and the fungal partner is known as the mycobiont. It is believed that the fungus and the alga in a lichen, they show symbiotic relationship and they are mutually benefited from the association. Okay, now what is the habit or habitat of a lichen? Lichens can tolerate extreme climatic conditions and they normally live under cool climates, but they grow basically on the rocks, stones, bark of trees, and these are very sensitive to air pollution, mainly sulfur dioxide, smoke and other acidic gases. So these leachants are also known as the bioindicators of pollution. Why? Because they do not grow or disappear from such polluted spaces where sulfur dioxide, smoke and other acidic gases are found. Understood? What is the economic importance of lichens? Lichens are the pioneers of xeric succession. They grow in the crevices of rocks or stones, and these are secreting the lichenic acid, which is helping in the soil formation by weathering of rocks. And these are also the bioindicators of air pollution you have learned. And apart from that, different lichens are also used to yield perfumes. They have sweet smelling thali, and they are also used as the incense sticks or the dhup sticks, you know, the incense sticks. Next, mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza, it's a symbiotic association between a fungus and the roots of a higher plant. The word myco means fungus, rhiza means root. So from this word, from these two words, the word mycorrhiza has been evolved. So mycorrhiza are of two types. One is ectomycorrhiza, another is the endomycorrhiza. Ecto means, you know what? Outside. And endo means inside. So ectomycorrhiza, from this word you can understand the fungal hypha. It forms a pseudo-parenchymatous mantle on the surface of the roots. And the branches of the fungal hypha, they grow outward into the soil and inward into the root cortex. They are basically producing this outside. They don't have any relation to the inside portions. And endomycorrhiza, in this type, the fungus grows inside the root in the cortex, and they do not form a mantle on the root surface. Very few hypha are seen on the surfaces, which also grow into the soil. And the fungal hypha, what they do, inside the root they grow in the intercellular spaces, and they send branches into the root cortical cell. The branches again, they branch profusely and they form vesicles. There is another term which is known as VAM, which is known as vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. It has function in the phosphate nutrition of the plants. So in this chapter you have to learn till this much. We will start a new chapter in our next class. Thank you.